It's top of the morning for me, but obviously you could be finding this video at any time in your day. Um, Even if it's not morning though, I do feel like you have experienced some kind of wake up call. Okay. So, let's get into it. I washed my face, but I did not put any lotion or moisturizer or anything. My face looks so dry to me. Okay, but anyway. What is going wrong? Maybe that's the problem. The wake-up call is that nothing is going wrong, but you may be having something that you are having some negative emotions about. So your negative emotions could threaten to color the very things that are going just right in your life. Don't let it happen. Don't let them do that. I was going to talk about that too. As I was making my coffee, I was hearing from Spirit. Who is they? We love to shift the blame to someone else, especially though because, entities, people moving under the guidance of other entities, people who literally are cursing and sending out word spells. These things are really happening. However, a lot of times we just use they to describe anything that is happening that we would not desire to happen. Okay. And it makes it less intimidating and less powerful when we just call them they, because we don't really see you. We don't see you as an individual that is powerful. We see you as possibly the victim of an entity that is powerful, and we could understand how you could fall prey to that way of thinking or that mindset or that lifestyle or that way of being. However, it doesn't make you powerful per se, but it does make them more powerful, what you do to benefit that entity that has control over you. Okay. So, I don't know why, but somebody needed to take the power back from a person. Okay, because they're not that. People in general are not powerful. What makes people powerful are the entities that they carry. And you could carry a lot of light. You can carry an entity, a God of light and love and peace, justice. Or you can carry an entity of darkness, control, order, dictatorship, suppression. You could also carry a balanced energy of both, because God is an orderly God, but God is also all about love and light. So yeah, both. Creation is both. So you could be a intentional and deliberate creator. For a lot of you, you're content creators, and that's because, well, that creator bone in your body, those entities that you carry, they are so powerful that they give you a lot of purpose. You have a very strong sense of purpose. Okay, so I don't know. Let's just see what these messages are going to be. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to be on the chat. All right, I won't be. Can't touch this. No, can't touch this. But I am going to get these messages out, and I am going to be drinking my coffee. And if you have coffee, if you have tea, go ahead and get that, okay? Let me see. I'm going to turn the chat off now so that it's not distracting me at all. Yes, okay. Now let's go. What are these messages here? Sometimes you have to block out distractions so that you can hear your mind. You need to hear your mind, and once you hear your thoughts, your mind, then it's time for the entities that you carry to grant you this clarity to fill your crown chakra with all of this information that you have asked for. Okay, but I feel like until you are ready to be at peace and sit solidly in your humanness, like face your reality as a human, you cannot really tap into those entities that carry that power. It's just sitting there on your crown. You have to be ready to sit down, take that crown, put it on your head, and see what it is that is happening, see what it is that you are moving towards, see what it is that you need to see from that eye in the sky. All right. So yeah, you got to get clear eyes. I keep getting this. Get clear eyes with your physical eyes, and then realize the clarity of the eye in the sky. All right, anyway, we have Justice here, and we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. And we have the Seven of Swords. The bottom of this deck is the Fool. Interesting. Did you play the Fool for somebody? Did you play the Fool for somebody on purpose? Or you played the Fool for somebody because it meant justice for you, it meant balance for you, it could have added peace, balance, privacy and protection or discretion for them? I don't know, but it feels like it. This could have been a breakup. This could have been a separation. This could have been a lack of commitment. A lack of commitment to, like, someone is having a lack of commitment. They don't know whether to move forward. They don't know whether to go backwards. They really don't know what to do. They could be at a stalemate. Like, it's a stalemate. It's a stalemate. Okay, so there's a lot that's being hidden from you with the Seven of Swords. There's a lot of information that you have not received physically. It feels like you feel good, but really that's, oh wow. Hiding behind there is the Queen of Cups and the Fool. Okay, so you are no fool. You know what your heart tells you. So you are able to, when your heart chakra is clear and open, you don't have to be on your throne. You don't have to be at home vibrationally in alignment to receive clarity of what's going on with the people around you or what's going on with you. Your heart is in tune. So you receive this clarity while you're on the ground, on your feet. Okay. You receive this clarity. Queen of Cups is very intuitive, usually has some kind of psychic or prophetic ability, but they're just really tapped in, tuned into source, because the heart is, it's like the source is the radio waves and the heart is the boombox. Okay. So you're constantly receiving your downloads, whether you're on your throne or not. You could rule as karma, so that means that you typically have a lot to do on the ground. Like, you have to be physical, you have to be focused in reality because you carry this karmic justice energy, which means you'll be called to do certain things in life that are like on the karmic timeline, but you could be rendering karma to other people. You could be rendering karma to other people, okay, as well as collecting your karma for yourself. You could also bring good karma into people's lives or bad karma into people's lives. You may be a chaotic, or people are a little afraid of you with this Seven of Swords. People are a little afraid of you. They're afraid of what they don't know, what they don't see, especially when you aren't doing anything. So that's what I'm getting, is you're not taking action. So there's some kind of fear surrounding your quietness or your desire to not communicate. You could be not communicating with your partner specifically, or you may not be talking about a certain relationship. And you're not taking action. You aren't going back to the way that you used to be, but you aren't propelling things forward either. People could look to you, look to your guidance, or listen out for you, like what moves you make, in order to know what action they should take. hiding behind the Queen of Cups is an Emperor in reverse. An Emperor in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You have someone that is looking for a way in with you. They cannot connect with you or offer, they can't ask you for something. They're trying to attach themselves to you. Now, if this is like energy wise, then they have a codependency on your energy, and your energy is really good. The Queen of Cups and the Fool. You are a lover to your fucking core, and the love that you have, like, I mean, it just gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. Almost like you're never without love in your heart, love in your life. You're typically very happy, or you just give really happy vibes. A lot of times the Queen of Cups is different from the King of Cups in the sense that the King of Cups can give those really good vibes, but because they're closed off, they also survive. They don't get depleted as easily as the Queen of Cups. So when she's with her counterpart, she has that protection, but when she's by herself, she could tend to bleed out or give all of these vibes to the point that eventually she realizes her cup is empty. She's not only giving all of the excess, but she's giving her own personal cup too. And I feel like someone is used to you doing that, and they were able to take advantage of you, which is why you're being seen as the fool. Someone thought that they would be able to deplete you or take advantage of your free spirit, your innocence, your spontaneity, your desire to get things started, your good nature, your heart. So someone knows that your heart, you are very invested in connections, and there's a connection that is at a standstill. I feel like someone was expecting a sacrifice, a human sacrifice here. That you would just fall into your emotions and kind of drown in them, which would cause your emotional bank to rise and pour over so that it would create an abundance elsewhere. Not where you are, not in your home, not in your life, but it would create a flood of abundance in someone else's life. Okay. So this is a scenario that I feel like you saw this scenario, like you knew that this was a possibility and you rejected it. It's the Four of Cups. Okay, because you are no longer codependent. You are not codependent. Okay, so someone did not expect that from you. The Emperor in reverse, they really think they're very smart. They feel all of the confidence, all of the power, all of the authority that a true emperor in the upright does. But like I said, humans are frail and not powerful. The entity that they tap into is powerful. But this person, the entity that they tap into is powerful, but it does not invigorate them. That's the difference between God and the devil. The devil holds his power, and you can work for him. God will give you the power to move like him. You become God manifest through a human vessel. You can move in God's image. The devil is much more selfish than that. Their power is their own. Likely because the devil gets his power. When there's a devil on earth, the devil is getting his power from God. So he's moving like a god, but he doesn't want the people that work for him to move like a god. And for some people, this is like karma. You were never meant to carry that kind of power or authority because you yield it or you use it to abuse or misuse others, to take advantage of the people. So this Emperor in reverse, that's what they would do. Cold, callous. What's the Emperor in reverse? Tell me about the devil first. You're not under this influence, but I feel like the Emperor in reverse, this is the influence that they're under. The devil signifies entrapment. This can take various forms. He may be bound into a situation from which there is no escape, or to people or passions that cloud reason and judgment. They may seek to deny this bondage and their weakness, yet they may also clearly recognize them but feel powerless to break free. Circumstances leading to feelings of anger and frustration. However, the surrounding cards may suggest ways to improve the person's situation. Bondage, self-delusion, and anger. So this person is delusional and they're very angry. And they're angry at you because they feel rejected by you. And they also feel as if you should be, really at this point, this person feels like you should be so depleted from loving someone that you do not have, that you should be thirsty and you should feel powerless like them. You should feel bound. You should be angry. You should feel rejected. You should be in this energy where you would lack stability mentally and emotionally, and you would make superficial choices that would make you feel good in the moment, but they would not have a lasting healing effect. Because this is how they get what they want from you. And this is how this person feels. But without you, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to get out of this. They don't know how to heal this. They don't know how to let this go. They don't know how to move forward. Like I said, this person is not powerful, but the entity that they are connected to is. But it's yielding that power over them. It's keeping them suppressed. So as long as you stay away from this energy, this entity that would cause you to have these feelings, as long as you stay safely in your place of love and you stay consciously awake of who you're giving your love to. Obviously, if you have a soulmate or you have a connection that is not doing anything, is at a stalemate, and this person is not giving to you, this person is not coming towards you, and this person is deceptive, or they wear a mask, you don't feel like you can be your truth with them, you don't feel that they're being their truth with you. You find this situation to be completely imbalanced, to have no reason or clarity. It's just chaos, and you would have to overextend yourself to reap even the tiniest bit of justice in this situation. Why the fuck would you give anything to it? If you've already went through it, then you know that that's not the way to go. So why would you pour your everything into it again? That doesn't make sense, okay? But I feel like someone was counting on you to be this Empress in reverse, where you would. Okay, so this is a curse. Someone wanted to curse you to be stuck in this unhealed energy where you will continue to pour out your love. This is the Four of Swords in reverse, and this is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Someone wanted you or was counting on you. Someone really wanted to keep you. They really wanted to keep you in this suspended state of anxiety, chronic burnout, losing faith, restless. They're trying to drain your cup. They're trying to drain your cup. The Queen of Cups and the Fool. They wanted to play you like a fool and get you to drain out your love, to pour out your love, clouded joy, and emotional disappointment. This is you bleeding out for a love that doesn't, like a love that failed to exist. It could exist, but only in energy. But physically, there are boundaries, there are limitations, there is nothing happening, there is hidden, quiet secrets, whatever, weirdness, confusion, chaos, shit you don't know about, and nobody's speaking up. So it says, yeah, end of a relationship in distress. This is like being distressed and continuously having to die every time you realize you don't have the love of your life, which is what a Two of Cups would feel like. Especially a Two of Cups with the Justice, because it means it's a divine counterpart. Okay, I said, you got good boundaries, though. Really good boundaries. You're protecting your confidence in yourself. Okay, so they did not get this. This is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Oh, no. you're receiving all of that love and light. You are still tapped in, tuned in, you're connected, and you're receiving all that love and light, but you are way too aware of the lack of progress over here and all of the codependence that's still there. You're also aware of the empty vessels and the entity that they're likely moving under, which is why they feel like they're suffocating or suppressed, or they're anxious, restless. You're aware of these restless spirits. You're aware of their unease or their dis-ease. So you're still getting what it is that they want from you, but you're pouring it into yourself. You're being generous with your heart and your emotions, and you're giving to yourself, which is actually giving back to you. Okay. So this situation is making you more stable, and it's making your home, your life, your light more abundant. The reason is because you are being filled up with enough to pour out over a whole situation, but because the other people or the other person in this situation is stuck in stagnation, they are not a cooperative component to this excess of good energy that you are being given to give to this situation. So instead of giving it to the situation, you are being guided to give it to yourself. So it could feel like you are selfish, or you may feel like, well, why do I have this, or why is life good like this, and I could share it with someone else, but I don't feel called to. It's because you have trouble knowing that it is okay to pour into yourself. You feel like it's selfish, and that was likely an entity that you got rid of, but you may still have that thought, that thinking. You may have those old thought processes. Okay, what are those? Thought patterns that no longer suit you. They're no longer relevant to you. Actually, that's mental abuse. Okay, religions use that a lot to get people to work for them for free, and to overextend themselves and overgive their energy to the point of depletion. They're serving an entity, and you would think that this is God, but it's the leaders of some of these organizations who actually are tapped into God. They have the power, but because they do not want their followers to have the power, they withhold a lot of information. They suppress a lot of information. They control the information so that the people will always have to come to them, which turns them into the devils and the people into the slaves. They're the master over these faithful and discreet slaves. They do what they're told because they feel like they have to in order to reap a benefit, even if it doesn't really feel good. Okay, but you're free from that. So you may have had a little bit of that, though, that was making you feel like you needed to give. Maybe you're not doing enough. Especially when love is on the table. It's like with the soulmate energy, you would know that somebody is in love with you, and it would drain every bit of your attention, because you would have to wonder, how can somebody sit on love and not want to receive it back, or not want to reciprocate it or move on it? Who wants to just stay buried? Someone who's running from the devil. They're running from the devil. All right, let me see, because we had the Emperor in reverse come out and the Empress in reverse. This could also be, if this is talking about both of you, if I'm talking about both of you and neither one of you are taking action. Okay, with this Two of Cups, there's another scenario here. If neither one of you are taking action towards one another, it could be a possibility that you are still holding on to these thought processes or thinking of devil energy, or it could also be that you escape this devil energy and you are running. So you are running from this connection because you could feel as if this connection is what would do this to you. This connection could become a devil to you. It could cause you to pour out more of yourself than you have to give. Okay, What's the Emperor in reverse? Rebellious, immature. The reverse Emperor points to problems with authority, particularly involving a dominant male figure, perhaps a father, a boss, or a partner. They may be resentful and rebellious because they feel they're being denied responsibility by others, but the card can also signify some immaturity, leading to a shirking of responsibility. So this person likely could be running from responsibility, running from the truth, running from growth. You could actually represent all of those things. You could represent maturity. You could represent honesty. You could represent clarity. You do. You could represent balance. You could represent, you're a reckoning. You're a reckoning. Someone is rebellious against moving reciprocally, uprightly, to be seen, honest, to be honest. Whoever you're dealing with, they don't want to be honest. They don't want to be just. They don't want to be fair. They don't want to be seen. They're trying to hide something. They want to be immature, and you represent this maturity that they're trying to run from. Okay. What's the Empress in reverse? The reverse Empress signifies problems with the current's physical or emotional well-being, possibly leading to or arising from insecurity and self-doubt. Conflict between the sexes are highlighted generally with domestic difficulties, and particularly problems relating to fertility and pregnancy are indicated. The urge to create may also be being suppressed. Insecurity and domestic disturbances. So this, the Empress in reverse is not taking action because they are used to being able to use their physical or their emotions to dominate the connection. But they can't do that with you. It's not enough. Few real niggas left, but it's not enough. You bitches, but it's not enough. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Okay, so someone feels as if whoever this Empress is, they're not taking action towards you because growth and maturity. They're also not ready to express they're not ready to be their honest truth. They're not ready to bear their insecurities to you, their deficiencies. They don't want to be seen as the vulnerable feminine quality that they actually are. They're trying to uphold an ego, and they may have a lot of self-doubt too. They may not know for sure that they please you. This would be someone who would probably try to trap you sexually if they could, but they don't feel like that's where their insecurity is there because they feel like they would be rejected. If they were to try to make an advance toward you sexually, they feel like they would be rejected. They feel like if they were to try to like emotionally dump on you, that would be rejected as well. The only person that whatever people we're talking about, the only person that they want this emotional dumping from would be from this Queen of Cups. Because this Queen of Cups, the Fool in this situation, that's the only person that they would want this from. Because they actually have the energy of source, of God. That's the energy that, like I said, whoever this devil is that's got their foot on these people's necks. The powerful person in this situation that is connected to God, they're the ones, that's the only energy they drink. That's like... It's the only energy they drink. It's the only energy drink. They only drink one energy drink, and that's God. It's God's energy. It's pure, unadulterated love, unconditional love. That's all they drink. So if you got God's energy, they'll drink with you. In fact, they'll toast with you. They will see you as an equal. Because the entity that moves you, even if you don't move in power and you don't have people that you dominate, the fact is they're toasting the same cup to you. What's in your cup is the same thing that's in their cup. But for these other individuals, they don't have this. So that's why they work for them. Because that's what they're drinking off of. You give your cup for free. This person does not give their cup for free. And if you stop giving it for free, then you would be this double energy just like them. And maybe you were meant to be. You were meant to be a powerful person. Or you were just meant to be really happy, really content and satisfied in your own life. Good morning. You just woke up? Yeah. I got my coffee. Oh, what's going on? All twisted. I'll be done in a minute, okay? I actually thought you was going to sleep in a little longer. What time is it? 8:38? Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. But somebody needs to. Somebody needed to hear these things. Let's get some more. Somebody's being called extra. Oh, you know what? My left ear was ringing so much yesterday. I was like, I just send it all back and then it stops. I think it's just so I can be alerted to it, but it wasn't. I don't know what was being said. I couldn't even hear it. And then it was like, there's somebody who wants to know, like, are you hearing me? Can you hear me? But you can't hear what they're talking about. Okay, so look. When you move up and down the vibrational scale, if you are a reader, you know this, but maybe you aren't consciously aware of this, because I see readers and I feel like, you know that you're only getting all of these negative calls. Like, they'll be so irritated and mad, like, why is it the same fucking shit? And I've been there before. But Spirit woke me up to this, and I don't know, but Spirit is telling me to say this. The reason is because you are on the ground vibrationally. So you move up and down the vibrational scale, but you got caught in one of these crevices that probably feels comfy, like cozy, like home to you, but that's not really your home. That's maybe a home that you used to live in. It's really, someone is creating an illusion for you that you are comfy and cozy. But the reason why the downloads you're receiving are so negative is because they're coming from the bottom of the scale. You have to raise yourself up vibrationally and get home to hear better energy. So I don't know why that's relevant. But yeah, here's the extra card coming out again and turned up. So somebody's like, I don't know if they're having a good time or they're really trying to. Oh, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Somebody is trying to have a good time, but they're riddled with all of these negative thoughts. Yeah, full power. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Okay. I know what this is too. This is like going to the bar. This is going to the bar and having the time of your life when you're really bleeding inside. So it feels as if you are having a good time, but everything that's making you have a good time is fake. You got liquid courage, so you have liquid confidence. You could be smoking. Okay, some of you take other things. You could be going on trips. Okay, whatever this is though, it's giving you confidence. It's releasing resistance to happy feelings, but without having to deal with the real issue. Okay. So there's like corrosion that is happening internally, and you are able to pretty much cover over that corrosion and take a flight. However, when you come back home or when you return, the corrosion is still there, and likely, you know, corrosion continues. It grows if you don't handle it, if you don't nip it in the bud, if you don't take care of it, if you don't heal it. So that's, someone is doing that. And there, you don't have to go out and party to have a good time with that turned up. Sometimes it could be putting makeup on. Okay, that's another. All of these things are like, everything that we add to ourselves is, it's a way of getting confidence. It's plastic confidence. It's powdered confidence. It's medicated confidence, medicated joy. Okay, liquid joy, liquid courage, these things. Okay, so music, even music can also give you that. If you're not doing the actual healing work at the same time, then when you land back home, you're still going to feel the same way that you did. Like, a lot of people, you can get really, really put together and get on camera, get on live, and it will literally take your ego for a ride, because look at me, look how good I feel, look how well I'm speaking, look at how things are working out for me. And then when you turn the camera off, it's like despair, because you only live here. But out there, you're still very unhappy or dissatisfied. Okay, so someone could be doing that, is what I'm getting. Let me see. Let me get some more. Now, this could be someone, too, that has like a OnlyFans or some kind of, they could do something for money where they're using their body. And it's giving them confidence. There's someone who doesn't feel wanted by their mate, or they don't feel wanted by the person that they want to want them. So they're like using their body to make money. Okay. But that's, again, they're just living in that technology, but outwardly in their home life, separate from what they're getting paid for, they are still going through this internal warfare. And that's not for everybody. You know, some people, like, no judgment, no judgment. I've actually watched, there's a tarot reader that also has like a Instagram, and she's really into expressing her feminine sexuality. And I went through like a small spurt of that, but it really wasn't, it wasn't so much the spiritual journey as it was my desire and need to confirm that for me, because life wasn't confirming it for me. So I feel as if, you know, and I don't have judgment, because some people choose to do it for free because that's just an empowerment thing that they're doing. That's what I liked about her, is that you could tell that she actually did the work to be happy and content in her life. Like, it wasn't just a show. This is really who she is. But it's like she decided to pull the veil to the side so that you could see what was inside, because otherwise you would never know that about her. You would never know that she was so feisty, that she was so vibrant, that she was so powerful, like very powerful in her feminine energy. She was so brazen and bold, but you wouldn't know that, because when you see her with her family, or even in her reading, she's very like mild-tempered, mild-spoken. She's very like soft with her children, and she just has a really happy family life. She has her own business, and she has a YouTube channel, and that I just recently saw she's about to get married. So she has like a full life, you know, but you could easily confuse her with anybody else that's doing that. But the fact that she didn't do it for money, and maybe she does now, you know, I was like, well, if you're going to do it, you might as well get paid for it, you know, like you might as well. So I'm not saying, you know, you have to know what you know. If I'm reading you and this is not you, I'm not trying to say that you're not happy and you're not doing the work, but there is somebody that's coming up in my energy who is not happy, and they're doing this for work. It's not, they're feeding a lust demon. They're feeding a lust demon. and they'll never be satisfied. So it doesn't matter how much money they get. The depletion, the self-deprivation that they are having inside is corrosive. So it's continued to erode like their confidence and their ability to really like be seen in the daylight, or to feel like they deserve to be with somebody. Okay, because we have cuffing season, single, ready to mingle, ready for a relationship. Okay, but we have lust in reverse. Someone doesn't even desire this. Someone has no desire for this, because they're giving out their desire through this like technology. It's like a fake sexual experience. Okay, yeah, it's depleting their heart chakra. This is lust in reverse and harmony in reverse. So there's no balance, there's no peace, there's no happiness, there's no harmony. They could also be numb when it comes to like their heart space or their sacral chakra. Their heart chakra and their sacral chakra have a blockage. And it's because there's like no true cohesion or acceptance of who they're being and the life that they're living. So this could be hidden. They're hiding this. They're doing this behind the scenes where no one knows. But it shows because they aren't able to like really connect, and they want to. So this is someone who keeps trying to connect with you, or they're trying to, yeah, love bombing you. They could become overly attentive. Okay. But you guys are not official. As a matter of fact, you could have gotten off of this train with them. Like this was like a hot and cold, on again, off again type of scenario. This person had you on an emotional roller coaster. So when they were in their feelings, they were only chaotic, irrational, harmful. Like this person could have been like emotionally abusive towards you. And they can't be committed because they have too much to hide. Okay. Then on the other side, cuffing season, we have someone who is head over heels in love, reconciling close friendships, letting go of their player ways. Wow. And spiritually awake. So someone is having a spiritual awakening. Okay. And we have dirty money in reverse. This is somebody who is not doing... Okay, so it feels like it's two feminine energies. And this is why one is not getting what they want in reality, because they're creating a virtual reality where they are who they want to be and they have what they want. But in reality, they are not these things. They don't feel these things. They don't have these things. And then they don't even have the confidence or the security to get these things in physical reality. It's just... they're getting the want and the desire. Their ego is getting filled up because they like their body, but in reality, they're very depleted. Like it's not enough, and it has to do with the person that they're trying to give it to. They're trying to give it to this masculine that is like, okay, yeah, I love you, but you're not really giving love right now. You're giving depletion. You need my love. And yeah, you've got a body, but that body is not, that's not enough. Like, I don't want to have sex with you when you can't even reciprocate love and light to me. We can't even be honest with each other. What are you talking about? Okay, and then I don't know if this is a masculine that is like, they have these two options possibly. And they could be saying goodbye to one of these options because they're realizing why this connection will not stand the test of time. Okay, and I feel like they have been pushed to this point to make this decision by a frenemy. Someone who wanted a fake friend with the two-faced hidden intentions. So there's someone that, it could be the other person, or this could be someone, I don't know what this is. Let's see. But anyway, there's a connection here that is very healthy. Okay. Obviously, if this is what you were dealing with somebody and you're not interested in that, you have the total opposite of that. You have someone, dirty money in reverse. Okay. They make their money and they make their money honestly. Okay. They live an honest life. They could tell you about what they do for money or how they get their money, or they don't have, even if they never disclose this information, they don't have this reason to hide. They don't need to hide what they do or how they get their finances from you. It's also someone who is openly and ready to express their love for you, head over heels, falling in love. They have intense emotions for you, and they have no problem like lighting it up, okay? Like if you want them to turn the lights on, you want them to turn the fire on, this person can do that. They're not cold and dead inside, and they only come alive because the camera is on. This is who the fuck they are. Anytime, any day, anytime you want to tap in, anytime you want to ask and see, this person has that energy. We also have soul family, so there's a soul or emotional bond and connection that's already there. Maybe this is confirmation for somebody who is trying to decide whether or not what kind of life they want, because we have player in reverse, and then we have cuffing season. So this person could have decided to be a player. Okay, maybe you wanted a little bit of both. You know, you wanted the dangerous, kind of like the sex bot type of situation where this person is being fulfilled and being catered to and taken care of by a whole reality that doesn't concern you, but you still get to reap the benefits of it. Okay, while also being able to be fulfilled. You would be playing though. Ooh, you would be playing with somebody's heart, where this person who actually has true love for you, you would be, you know, receiving and giving to this person too. But you would not be honest with them. Player, not looking to settle, playing the field. Okay, but whoever this person is, I don't think they play. Okay, I don't think they play. I think when they fall in love, they come to slay. So like they literally may have, maybe that's what happened already, is that you emotionally did connect with this person and they slayed that demon in your life. Okay, which could have been like a sex, you know, I said they were connected to a lust demon. It's a sex demon. So people carry that and then they give it to another person. So you could have received that energy. Okay. And this, your true love or this real love that you have, this person from your soul tribe, is actually a real friend and a lover. They slayed that. They put that sex demon to rest. It doesn't even live within you. So you aren't even attracted to people who carry it. Single, ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, and on the hunt. Okay, this person is like ready now. Like, as a matter of fact, they're ready to pursue you, or you're ready to pursue your true object of your affection. We have spiritually woke. So you're awake and you've let go of some kind of ego. Ten of Swords in the upright. Self-awareness, cutting through illusions, and detaching from ego. Okay. So someone had, I feel like they had a connection that was ego-based. They fed their ego, and then they had a connection that was heart-based that fed their heart, and someone is choosing heart over ego. So choosing God over the devil. Just in time, it seems. In the nick of time. Save our souls. You saved your soul. Did you save your soul? What else here? Yeah, it could have been his connection with this person that saved your soul. Man, you got to be a fierce ass angel for God to send you into the pits of hell on a mission to save the devil's soul. To return the devil to the God that they come from. Someone's shadow energy moves just like that. You're sent on missions. There is no place that you... It's the same energy as Jesus. Okay, and maybe that's part of the journey is to see and to blend and to be in devil energy, to understand it, but to also be able to have this rebirth into Christ consciousness, where you not only save your life, but you save others too. You snatch them right out of the grip of these other devils, because there's a lot of devils. But there's only one true God. The source of all that is, the creator of all that is. There's one God that created even all these statues and all of these idols that people worship, these humans that people worship. There's a creator that created all of that. All praise goes to the Most High. What else? Mixing business with pleasure, magic, carpet rides only connects in trust. Standing on business. Somebody is taking care of business and having a good time at the same time. Okay, someone's connecting. They only connect with you if they trust you. Why? Because they're constantly standing on business. They don't have time to try to try to find out your truth or to get you to accept the truth. Like, whoever this person is, they don't have time to figure out if they can trust you. They'll wait until you are trustworthy, till you make yourself trustworthy, excuse me, or until your honesty, your clarity is fully seen. That's the only time they connect with you. So if there's anything off, if you have anything that you're hiding, this person is not able to fully connect with you. It doesn't mean they can't have a good time with you, but if they do, it's business. They are like staying awake and they are not really connecting. This person finds more value in connecting with self, honestly, than they would with somebody that they didn't trust. So they would choose to be alone before they connect with someone they don't trust or that they can't trust. And they're standing on it. Obsessed and blessed. Obsessed and blessed. Okay, but then you have someone who's obsessed and stressed. Why all of these readings feel like it's like third parties, or you've got multiple people, or you've got decisions to make or something? All right, someone's obsessed and blessed. And then, okay, and this person is standing on business. So whoever, you have someone who's obsessed with you, and it could be a real blessing to you, but they're only going to connect with you if they can trust you. If they can trust you. Like, why would they give you, obsession is an influx of energy. If someone has an obsession with you, if it's a healthy obsession where they're obsessed but also blessed with or without you, it's like adrenaline when this person gives their attention to you and pours their energy into you. It's adrenaline. Now, there's the other way around where there's obsession and they're stressed. So that obsessiveness causes this need, this desire for you to fulfill their obsessions. That's a lower vibrational succubus, incubus type of energy. And whoever this person is, they're a shapeshifter and they're trying to get under your skin because they are stressed the fuck out without you. And it could be because you guys met because you both had obsessive behavior patterns or obsessive personalities. However, you are blessed and they are stressed, which means that your energy to them is adrenaline, but their energy to you is like kryptonite. It drains the life out of you. And this person may be obsessed with your energy because it gave them this adrenaline, it gave them this rush. But they are not somebody you can trust. When they get your energy, it's like the Hulk. And maybe that's not the right one to use, or either like what's the Venom? Like Venom. It's like they get your energy, but it turns them into this person that you don't know. It turns them into like they're scary. They're shape shifting into somebody that you don't even want to deal with. You don't even want to be around. You don't even want to connect to. So it's having the adverse effect. It's better that you don't give your energy to this person because it has an adverse effect. You already don't trust them, and this is why. Because when they get your energy, it's a horror show. It's a horror show. You know, when you give your energy to someone who reciprocates your obsession and they're actually very content, or they lived a very fulfilled or blessed life with or without you, it is so fulfilling to watch them move, to see how they feel and what they do and how life opens up for them. It's like you get rewarded for giving your focus and attention to them. It's like children. Okay, you give your energy to your child. Sometimes it's not even your attention per se. You could be giving your attention to how you want their day to go or how you want them to feel. And you may be focusing on something else. You could be taking care of business, but the whole time your child is like living their life without you. They're like running and they're laughing, or they're chilling, or they're just in their own little zone. And but your energy, you know that that's your energy because you're sitting still, you're taking care of business, but they're like woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. They're having a great time. And it's a great it's a sacrifice, but it's one that gives you just as much happiness and pleasure and satisfaction as it does them. So that's kind of like with people. It's just a joy to see how your energy fills them up, okay? But then there is someone that your energy, it like fills them up, but then it's horrible the way that they show up to you. It's like they almost like, you know, I don't know. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. There's something that is not, I don't know. I'm getting all these visuals. It's making me laugh, but somebody, it's like investing in something, and then every time you invest in it, it turns into, I don't know, this monster that tries to kill you. Oh, but we do have a magician. Okay, so it could have been someone else that they were connected to that was mixing. So there was an interference possibly with some of you. There's an interference. They may have had an attachment, or someone had an attachment to them. They had a magician energy, slick and savage, that was like attached to them. So you would give your energy to them, but then this person would like intervene, or they would color your energy a certain way, or they would attack this person. So what you would see from them would not be, it's not a clear representation of the energy that you're giving them. But I feel like you already know that, which is why like you have to trust this person. You have to be in this place of clarity and trust with them before you see, or before you give your energy to them. Because if not, it always works against you. This person, like, they get in this ego where it ends up hurting you. That's like paying for someone to abuse you or hurt you. So I feel like whoever is in the center of this, your person, they likely were doing that with someone else. They had a very unhealthy connection with someone where they were pouring in their energy, and this person was very abusive of their energy. They were mentally and emotionally abusive toward this person, and they took advantage of this individual physically. So if they are still in connection with that person, that's like it's the energy of taking advantage of someone. So even if they do not intend to take advantage of you, if they are still connected or they have an attachment to this person, when you give your energy to them, they will be moved to move in ways that could take advantage of you. Okay, it's kind of like you are what you eat, the devil you sleep with, birds of a feather flock together. Bad association spoils useful habits. Okay, so there could be, somebody could have a third party that they don't even mean to be a third party, but they could continue to connect with this individual, and that person gets under their skin, and then they start shape-shifting like that person. And so you can't even like see them. You can't even see them. It's no longer beneficial to you to be pouring your energy into them. So this could be you detaching, and this is why. It's like you're in quarantine, or you're in the, which area would they call it? Okay, quarantine is for those that are affected. They're infected. Okay. And you're on the side of the lines where you've been cleaned. You're clean. And you could be in a relationship with somebody and both of you are cleared, clean. You don't have this disease. But if one of you keeps sneaking and connecting, and I say sneaking, it's not like you're sneaking, but it's like you have to go away from your true self in order to do this, because you can't bring that person in. Like, they would contaminate everybody. So you can't have this connection with them, because it would contain, it would break the containment. Everybody would be infected. So it's like, but that's what's going on here, where it's almost like this person has to choose. Like, if you're going to continue to connect with that person in quarantine, I'm going to have to disconnect from you, or you're going to have to just go out there with them, because I can't put everybody in here at risk. I can't put myself at risk. Standing on business, yeah. Someone is like, yeah, I'm not going to be infected. I won't be infected. So if you want to take a risk on your life, because they're like, I'm fine. And it's like, okay, well then enjoy yourself. But I'm not going to go through that. Somebody I feel has already been through these attacks. It's like I'm seeing one of those movies where they have already, like, they just found their saving grace to get away from that, to get out of that. So to go back would be crazy. And to even connect with someone that is dibbling and dabbling or doesn't see. Yeah, okay, to connect with someone that doesn't even see the danger in it. I feel like somebody can't do that. Like, standing on business gives me that this person is very reasonable, very practical, very responsible. And they may have other people that they're responsible for. He has Superman vibes, servitude and supervising. What? Toning down awareness of self to see others. Now, you may have someone who you may have someone in authority that actually works those boundaries. So you could be, that's different, because this person is suited up with armor. Yeah, ascended master. Ascended master. So you may have someone that works the borders. Okay, that could be your person. So that's different. That's a different situation and scenario than someone who's like going down a secret tunnel in order to open it up and connect with the zombie from the other side, or the Walking Dead from the other side. Or it would have to be not that. It would have to be like quarantine, like they have a disease, because they're still coherent, so to speak, or whatever. But they're like going down a secret tunnel at night so that they can, give them food and connect with them. And hey, okay, that's different than having someone who works the borderline, like they work to protect you guys. And they are fully masked up and equipped to handle what they're dealing with on the other side. Okay. So you may have, there's two different choices. Yeah, you have two different people here. So you have someone who is doing their job. And then you have someone who could be pretending to do their job or do a job, but really they're just trying to cross the line. They just want to cross the line. They're putting you at risk. They put you at risk. Someone's ascended too far for that. I feel like someone is like, we have toning down awareness of self to see others. So this could be you, where you feel like you know enough, you've seen enough in this situation to make some clear decisions. You know who you can trust, or it could be a situation where you're only trusting yourself, or you're allowing what people show you to tell you whether you can trust them or not. And if they're still shape shifting, then you can't trust them, because they're still connected. They're still connected. They're hiding and connecting. All right, what else? Also, someone could be getting a new occupation. So for some of you, if this is your person and you feel like they always have to, this could be as simple. I'm talking about it in these metaphors so that it can be general, so that, whoever needs this information can put it where it needs to go in their own life, in their own mind. I'm not trying to sell anybody a fucking storyline. Like, don't make it fit if it's not yours. But this could be as simple as, I'm seeing like a stay-at-home wife and mother, and the husband is a business person, and they've got to go out and they've got to go to work. So of course, when he goes out with his family, they're protected. The wife may know how to protect herself, so she can go out with the children, go out by herself without her husband. But there are certain boundaries, barriers in place, okay, to keep them safe. The husband may go out into the work field, and they may have to deal with some really unsavory characters or some real off-putting energy. But because this is their job, it's like they are equipped to handle it. But if they got another job or opportunity to do something where they did not have to deal with those unsavory characters and even put themselves at risk and have to go through this whole cleansing process before they come home, they would jump at that opportunity. And I'm getting that someone is about to get that. So if you could be in a connection or a situation, relationship with someone who does have a job like that, but they could work at the prison, okay, something like that. Like, they're getting ready to get a better opportunity. They're getting ready to get a better occupation and opportunity that doesn't just pay the bills, that doesn't just make life easier, but it takes the risk away. More of your happiness stays. There's more satisfaction, contentment, peace, and like a peace of mind. Okay. All right, let's see. What else do you need to know? Yeah, because we have fed up. So somebody is like over this. They're over this. They don't want to do this job anymore. They don't want to work this job anymore. There's too many red flags. They're tired of having to go through all of this. And then you have someone who I feel this is not even their job. They're like, this is actually beneficial to them. They're feeding off of the people that are infected, and they're getting fed up with it too. I feel like it's like two people here that are trying to get out of some kind of position. One person is being offered a better position, but there could be someone here who is stressed because they don't know what their next position will be, but they just can't keep working the same one that they're at currently. No. You could also have someone who is like gonna try to offer something to you right before you leave this job. So you're leaving a job that is just corrosive to your life. It's just not beneficial to your life anymore. It drains you more than it sustains you, and it also puts you at risk, or it puts your contentment, your happy family life at risk. So somebody here knows that you're fed up. They know that you're done and that you're getting frustrated, and they know that that's not going to continue for long. So someone could know that you're about to get a better opportunity. We have spiritually woke. You may not be the only person that is awakening to just how not beneficial this is for you. Okay, but I feel like this other person feels that way too. they know this about you, and they're going to try to like love bomb you, become overly attentive, or shower you with affection for personal gain. So you do have someone, this is like when you're about to leave a job and they offer you a raise. You put in your 2 weeks notice, and all of a sudden the raise that you've been asking for the past year, or the promotion that you've been asking for the past 3 years, all of a sudden now they're ready to give it to you because you're ready to go. Okay. Yeah, key players in reverse though. They wanted you to, they're trying to make you irreplaceable, like you are the most important person, but your intuition is telling you that that's not how this person moves with you. That's not how they really feel about you, which is why you're fed up with this position in the first place. So you likely are the key player, but they keep you from seeing that. And they're also like constantly working you or fact check. Like they're always checking out. They're trying to see if you've been dealing with somebody else, or if you've been like, yeah, like if you are, they already think that you're dealing with another corporation anyway. So they don't even trust you. This connection, excuse me, this connection, this occupation, whoever these people are that are trying to keep you employed with them, they don't even trust you. They don't even trust you. They're constantly snooping, digging for dirt, and accusing you of things. So that's another reason why it feels like you're fed up and you're leaving, not just because it's going to be better for your life, but also because you really, like, it's like find somebody else. That's all I can say. Find somebody else. That's the thing, though. They can't find anybody else to do it the way that you did. Someone can't replace you. They can't replace you, which is why, like, they don't want you to know how important. They don't want you to know that you really are this key player, or you play a star role in their life. But at the same time, they can't find anybody else to do it. What they would like to do is find a reason to like discredit you from the other position. This is likely what they're looking for, something that they can pin on you so that you don't get this new position, and then you'll have to stay and do this job. And if that doesn't work, and they could have already done that and it didn't work, so they're just gonna shower you with affection and be nice again in order to keep you from walking away. But that's what you've been going through, this back and forth spiral here that you're getting tired of. So you have a lucky break. I feel like you're going to be able to get out of this. For some of you, it's going to mean that you actually awaken to some kind of injustice with someone else towards you. So while they're looking for evidence on not being loyal, you're going to find evidence of them not being loyal. You're going to find the evidence you need to set yourself free. They were looking for a way to discredit you, but I feel like what's going to end up happening is you find out a way to discredit them, and then you get to walk away without even feeling bad about it. Yeah, confirmation. You get to walk away without feeling bad about it at all. Okay, and this is what is going to put you in the space to get the position that is truly for you. Squad up in cuffing season. So you're going to be in a relationship and a job. You're going to receive the opportunity that is meant for you, that feels good to you, and you really will be the star player or the key player. Okay, everybody will be there for you. It's reciprocal. Squad up, reconciliation, soul tribe. Yeah. Okay, so somebody has a much better opportunity coming towards you. One that I feel will be very fulfilling, and it will be a lot less risky. Okay? That's what I have for you. That's the reading, you guys. I will see you all in the next live. I'm in love with your souls. Peace.